Shane van Gisbergen just did exactly what everyone feared. He figured it out. Oval racing, the final puzzle piece. The only thing holding him back. The only reason anyone thought he might not survive in NASCAR. And now, that fear is real. The road course assassin from down under isn't just slicing up 6 races a year anymore. He's coming for all 36. And here's the part that's honestly terrifying for the rest of the field. He told us this might happen. Right after another road course win in Mexico City, Shane looked reporters dead in the eye and said, "I'm not here to run last on the oval either." He meant it. And now, every team, every veteran, every single driver that used to laugh at the Aussie learning curve, they're not laughing anymore. They're watching closely. See, when SVG joined NASCAR full-time, the headlines were already massive. This was the guy who shocked the world by winning his first Cup Series race ever on the streets of Chicago. He matched Jeff Gordon's record for back-to-back road course wins. He won 5 of the 6 road races this season. 5. Let that sink in. But there was a problem. A huge one. Ovals. The thing NASCAR was built on. The very backbone of the sport. 30 out of 36 races. That's what people kept repeating. SVG can't hang on the ovals, they whispered. He's just a 6-race wonder. Even his fans had doubts. And they had reason to. Because his first go at ovals was ugly. Brutal. Embarrassing even for a 3-time Supercars champion. In his first 14 oval races, Shane averaged 26th place. That's not just bad, it's borderline invisible. In the first 6, he finished outside the top 35 5 times. That's backmarker territory. His team? Dead last in the standings. 35th. 36th. For a guy used to running at the front of the pack in Australia, it had to sting. But Shane didn't run, he didn't pout, he didn't point fingers. What he did was quietly terrifying. He went to work, every day, every week, with a brand new crew chief, Stephen Doran, in just his 2nd year running a Cup Series team. They struggled together, built together, failed together. And that kind of failure? It creates something powerful if you don't let it break you. Shane would later say he felt like a deer in headlights at the start of the year. The cars were different, the tracks were intimidating, and the drivers? Better than anyone he'd ever raced against. But through all of that, he kept learning, kept studying, kept fighting, and then it started to shift. By July, his oval finishes weren't horrific anymore. His average jumped to 22nd place. Still not good, but no longer a joke. Progress. And then came September 28th, Kansas Speedway. The race that slammed the brakes on every critic's joke. 10th place. His first top 10 on an oval in the Cup Series. It wasn't a fluke, it was a signal. The kryptonite was weakening. Suddenly, other drivers started paying attention. Bubba Wallace had even joked with Shane earlier in the season, texting, "If you ever outqualify me on an oval, I'm retarded." Bold words. But then came New Hampshire. SVG qualified 10th. Bubba, 14th. Bubba posted the messages online, writing, "Old bloke outqualified me. Now I got to retire." Funny? Sure. But also real respect. SVG was earning it. And it wasn't just that one race. The progress kept coming. In his last 16 oval races, Shane improved his average finish to 23rd. Better by 3 spots. He got 11th at Talladega, 14th at Martinsville. And when he returned to Martinsville for the 2nd time, he ran circles around his first attempt there. That's not luck. That's development. SVG even started talking like an oval racer. When a fan posted a clip of him diving into a Vegas corner nearly scraping the wall, Shane replied, "Still one of the craziest parts of oval racing to me. Send it in at 310 km/h, missing apex on purpose, heading to the wall, hoping an imaginary grip strip air pocket is going to save you from hitting it. That's called ripping the fence. It's insane. It's a high-speed wall dance with no room for mistakes. But Shane, he's learning how to waltz, and he's not stopping." Want to know how serious this is getting? He described the learning curve at Vegas like this. You gotta go in flat, land in the banking, and then see what the car does. It's pretty eye-opening to tell yourself just to tighten the belts and grow some balls and drive in flat. He said that, grow some balls. That's the mental war of oval racing, and Shane's fighting it now, hard. And we haven't even hit the season finale yet. By the end of the season, the scoreboard said one thing, but the story said something louder. Shane van Gisbergen didn't just survive, he adapted, he evolved, he clawed his way from a lost rookie to a legitimate NASCAR threat. Sure, all 5 of his wins were on road courses, but anyone focusing on that is missing the real point. Shane didn't come here to be a novelty. He came here to conquer. He made the playoffs. He finished 12th in the championship. He won Rookie of the Year at 36 years old, the oldest rookie winner since 2011. That alone is nuts. But it gets crazier. He led 312 laps this year. He won 3 pole positions. He took 3 stage wins. And get this, he completed almost 93% of all laps run in the season. That's not beginner stuff. That's veteran material. And it shocked people. Shane admitted even he didn't know how he'd handle racing every single weekend, from February to November, with only 1 weekend off. In Australia, he bounced between different cars, different series, different disciplines. Nascar, same car every week, same garage, same grind. He told reporters, "I wasn't sure how I'd find it, and I've really liked it. I like the challenges. I like how the tracks vary throughout the year. You're not doing the same thing all the time. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself here." And if you're thinking he just stuck to what he was good at, think again. When asked which tracks he liked the most, he didn't name road courses. No. Shane said the intermediate ovals, the mile-and-a-half tracks, are what he liked most. The ones he struggled with the most in Xfinity last year, those were now his favorite. He explained it simply but powerfully. That type of racing where you can move around, and the high speed that we're doing, those tracks are pretty cool. This wasn't just about wins anymore. This was about trajectory. And the numbers weren't the only proof. The relationships told a story too. His bond with crew chief Stephen Doran became the foundation of this rise. They weren't snapping at each other during the hard times. They weren't playing the blame game. They built each other up. Shane said it plainly. You go through that frustration, but no one's angry at each other. We had a lot to learn as a team. Then he added something raw. The driver was the problem at that stage. It was all new to me, so I think we kind of built up together. And that's what makes this whole thing scary, because the growing pains, they're over. The rookie year, it's done. The mistakes, the crashes, the confusion, they've all been absorbed, learned from, and logged. Next year, SVG's not starting from scratch. He's starting with data, with muscle memory, with confidence. Same crew chief, same crew, same chemistry, but a much better base to launch from. Shane said, "I'd love to start again, because I feel like I've learned so much. And now the NASCAR world is watching closely." And it is. Ross Chastain, Shane's own teammate at Trackhouse Racing, thinks SVG can win on an oval soon. When asked, Ross said, "There's a chance. I think Steven and his group on the 88th are definitely finding their stride." And if you still think this is hype, just go to Reddit. Fans are already speculating. One wrote, "SVG has already shown significant improvement. I think he could potentially contend at 1 to 2 oval races this next season." Another added, "He's always learned on an exponential scale when getting in a new series." And they're right. That was the fear. That Shane would actually figure this out. That he wouldn't just be a threat 6 weekends a year, but all 36. Because when a guy who dominated street circuits starts ripping the fence at 310 kilometers per h on a 1.5-mile oval, it's not a fluke, it's a warning. So yeah, Shane van Gisbergen just did exactly what everyone feared. And now he's got momentum. He's got respect. And most dangerously of all, he's got belief. The rugby balls he throws into the grandstands after wins, they might not just be for road courses next year. Picture that. An Aussie launching a rugby ball high into the oval night sky as the rest of the field wonders what just hit them. And we'll be right here watching the storm roll in. But tell me, do you think SVG can actually win on an oval next season? Or is there still something left to prove? Drop it in the comments. Let's hear it.